morning, let's get ready and get outside. I got a comment saying, what do you do if you feel overwhelmed and you just don't know how to have these morning routines? The answer is that was me. This is not something I was taught as a kid, it's something I had to learn as an adult, and I learned it late. Once you figure out what works for you, makes the world of difference to your life. My non-negotiables every single morning are opening my blinds, opening my windows, and making my bed. This doesn't have to take long. It takes literally a couple of seconds, but it makes the world of difference when you get into your bed at night. It helps throughout the day. Just stop lounging around in bed. I go for naps in my bed during the day, but I sleep on top of the covers with a weighted blanket over the top. I used to convince myself that doing this stuff was a waste of time. I'd get into these boom and bust cycles where either everything was falling apart, and the boom cycles where I became so ashamed of the bust that I would do everything for a week to get on top of the house, and then I'd burn myself out again. So on my own journey, I've come to realize overwhelm is the indicator that I have to pay attention to in order to build the systems that I need to keep on top of things enough that I don't reach that tipping point of being so overwhelmed that everything falls apart. Not because it's wrong that things fall apart, just because it takes so much more energy in the long term to get to a place where you're not feeling so overwhelmed again than it does to do things little and often with systems that work for you and your family. The aim is not to find the perfect system. That doesn't exist. The aim is to find the system that works for you right now. That's going to look different over time, and it's going to look different to everybody else. And the way we do that is we check in with ourselves as to what our priorities are. What makes you more overwhelmed? What makes you less overwhelmed? What do you care about? What do you not care about as much? It doesn't matter what everyone else thinks. It matters about you and your family, and that's it. This is where we have to practice compassionate discernment, because shame never got anyone anywhere for a sustained amount of time. Shame's only something that actually works in the short term, and it makes you feel like absolute garbage. Compassionate discernment, making choices for yourself and sticking behind those choices with compassion for yourself, is something that does develop long-term ability to sustain the systems that you choose for yourself that work for yourself. That means leaning away from all or nothing, black or white perfectionist thinking, and realizing that there is room to operate in the grey day to day. You don't have to be perfect to be worthy of trying. These things are worth the time and energy in a way that matches and suits your energy levels and your life and your capabilities. It means that in the times when you're not doing these things, you can live life, you can rest, you can enjoy yourself, you can spend time with your friends and family without that niggling shame in the back of your head telling you that you're not doing things in the way that other people are, you're not doing things well enough. You are worthy of having that sense of peace. And with that being said, it's time to get on to the last part of my non-negotiable of my morning routine, and that is getting outside. Today, there is lots of sun, so I'm very happy about that. Have a good day, pals.